recording this video as a reminder of times when things were not so great. And I'm noticing that a lot of people don't take these points and times in their life or throughout their journey to let people see their vulnerability. Because people have this idea of faking it till they make it, dog. And the truth of the matter is, life gonna life no matter what. Life is gonna life no matter what. So, personally, it's not gonna be a great holiday. A lot of the things that I wanted to accomplish before the end of the new year, I'm not gonna get to accomplish those things the way it's looking at this point in time. Finances are not great. Invested a lot of, money, time, effort into starting a business. And, this is the ugly side of starting a business that a lot of people don't allow y'all to see. It's not all sunshine and roses. People think that when you become an entrepreneur and you start working for yourself, that money just fall out of the sky. The hardest time of being an entrepreneur is the transition into entrepreneurship. It's breaking away from the matrix, breaking away from the 9 to 5, and realizing now, no, you don't work a 9 to 5 no more, but you work a 24 to 24. Now you're responsible for everything. I had to make my own business cards, make my own job descriptions. Thank God for ADP and other payroll services, because that would have made things damn near impossible to do all by myself. Had to make my own website, all of the background checks and phone calls to different entities to kind of help with the licensing process. You got to do all of that stuff, man. Your HR. Starting out, I'm gonna be the support staff. I'm gonna be the manager, everything, man. And we ain't even get to the working part yet. This is just the structuring of the business. And I guess if you doing hair or nails, or I guess if you're a YouTuber and you're earning a living from creating content, I guess that's a very easy upfront cost. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't really gotta break the bank to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? You can just kind of jump in and start working. This is a completely different thing, man. Finding commercial space, and then for what I do, residential settings and day service settings. Being in a rural area where there's not a ton of resources and people choose and go with who they know. So even though I've done the bulk of the work, to get licensed, to really put the necessary, to put a good front together as far as presentation, as far as the business. When people come into the office or they look up the business, we got a good presentation going. We put all of that work in. We got some decent working capital, in the business account. We ready to kind of get rocking and rolling. But even with that, it's a hassle, man. You gotta wait for checks to clear. We got some stuff not clearing until Christmas Day. Good thing having some money stashed away, man, just to kind of get the Christmas gifts and get everything going. But me and my girl, we don't get to enjoy the holidays the way that we thought we were gonna get to enjoy the holidays, and having to accept that being okay. You know what I'm saying? We got to be okay with that, understanding that there are better holidays to come. You kind of sacrificing, and sometimes it's what you got to do. You got to sacrifice the now because you know that there's a bigger prize tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that short-term goal blends itself into that long-term focus, so it's all good. But I just want to get on here and let y'all know, dog, it ain't easy, bro. It ain't easy. I'm sure at some point, y'all get to kind of see the cars, and you get to kind of see the lifestyle and things, changing. I'm hoping I can get consistent with sharing those processes with y'all. When I get the office space and we doing boss stuff, you know what I'm saying? I get to kind of take y'all with me and kind of record my experience and how I handle business. But right now, man, this is it. This is the office right now. This is where I take my phone calls and everything like that. I guess the good part about having a business, even though this business is very young, we're about 7 months, 8 months in, is that all of those expenses we get to write off. I'm really excited about that. Splitting it 50-50 with my girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still a unique situation, a very euphoric feeling, because I'm doing this with somebody I love, I care about, and plan to spend the rest of my life with, you know what I'm saying? And as my partner, we get to do a lot of this for the first time. So I think, in hindsight, that's a gift in itself. And preparing yourself to spend the rest of your life with someone is work. I think that a lot of people don't really realize how much of work being in a relationship actually is. You know what I'm saying? You got coochie being thrown at you. You know what I'm saying? She got guys constantly in her DMs. You know what I'm saying? So it's always work in progress. And when it comes to relationships, man, the work that somebody's willing to put in for you to keep you happy and do what needs to be done for you and keep the relationship sacred, dog, like, that's love, bro. Love is not about how you feel when things are good. It's about how much can you take. You know what I'm saying? Like, when things are not great, do you love someone enough to stay? When, the honeymoon phase is over, you don't particularly like certain things and certain people in your partner's life, or whatever the case is. Love is about give and take, man. When things are good, things are good. It's about give and take, man. You think people that be married for 30 and 40 years didn't go through nothing? Yeah, but they loved each other enough to put all of that aside and work through whatever their problems were. And I think that's kind of, in my opinion, how I look at relationships. And we share that perspective, and I'm very proud of both of us, because it was a lot of preparation that was put into this, man. I'm gonna talk about that in another video, but my main focus of this video, dog, was to get on here and tell y'all, dog, entrepreneurship is not easy, bro. Hasn't been easy for me, and I know it is not easy. Hasn't been easy for others, starting out. But man, it is what it is. It gotta be done. It definitely feels nice to be on the other side, of things, and Leadership breeds legacy. And man, I'm all for that. I'm all for this. This is a necessary sacrifice, man. You know, if anybody out there listening, bro, if you have an opportunity, man, go into business for yourself. So when you sacrifice them for you. It's a whole different feeling of, you know, not having or enjoying certain aspects of luxuries during the holidays when you're in that situation because you're working for yourself or you're building something that down the line this won't ever be a problem. You know, like you will have everything that you need and more. You know, so I think that it's a whole different feeling. If I was working a 9 to 5, and this is not to shit on nobody that has a 9 to 5, dog. Man, do what you gotta do. You know, I did for the better part of my life work for a company. So I'm not telling you don't do that. If it wasn't for me working for a company, I wouldn't have learned the knowledge that I needed to learn and have the understanding that I have to be able to do what I'm doing. It's all part of the process. So, you know, but part of it, you know, like, man, I would rather be in my situation and miss out on certain luxuries because I'm working for myself rather than me working a 9 to 5 and earning a paycheck, you know, having a safety net and still can't do certain things that I want to do. It's nothing like, that's the worst feeling, dog. You know, when I was working my 9 to 5, bro, the worst feeling about working a job or having a certain position, you know, or having to go and obtain certain certifications or meeting certain requirements to get certain job titles is that you have all of those responsibilities that come along with your job title and all of that debt that may have came with going to school and getting a degree, and yet you still can't enjoy the finer things in life. You know what I'm saying? So just something for y'all to think about, man. Hope everybody have a blessed holidays, man. You know, I wanted to be consistent and upload some content for y'all. And yeah, man, I'll see y'all on the next one because we coming right back. So see y'all real quick. Peace.